still wonder what that black guy in the cloud mask was up to, man.
Oh yeah, we at the storage unit. We began towards the end and whatnot, and I thought about coming back and doing another trip. Yo, there's a dude who comes out the alleyway wearing like a Jason mask, and it's not Halloween. It's like November. And when I saw that shit, I was like, "Oh, time to go, time to go." Whenever you see niggas walking around in masks somewhere, anywhere near the hood, nah, I'm out. Now, if we was in like Livingston, like a real nice area and whatnot, I would still be mad, but I would feel a little more safe. Like, nah, it's all good. He into art and shit. You know what I mean? He an artist. But anywho, all right, man. Look at the lockup time. So we're gonna go ahead and get into Zeruaiah and Troy. For the most part, so Troy was the one that was locked out. Zeruaiah was the one on the outside. So Zeruaiah, for the most part, her archetype, for the most part, she's extremely mentally unstable. And I always had this theory. This is my own personal theory that people who are mentally unstable, who have a lot of issues with their anger and whatnot. She has very deep anger issues and everything. And excuse me, I forgot what. I can't diagnose no one, but she's a fiery one, right? So I always say, Troy is in the trap you get into from not having your own. You know what I mean? Like, the problem most of these guys have is they don't want to spend no time on their own building themselves up. So whenever you try to come fit, this is what happens when you can try to fit into a woman's frame. So she done got him to a point where she created a business where she gave him a job. The car that he drives is her car. Where he lives at is a place that she got. Which all these things really shouldn't matter, but it does play a role in the relationship in terms of the dynamic. And certain things just need to be kept intact in the relationship when it comes to dynamic. And one thing that can't happen, I don't think that, I don't buy into all these Instagram talking points, the 50-50 bullshit, and all that type of stuff. The issue is, I'll say, between Troy and Zeruaiah is that he has not demonstrated that he is self-sufficient. That's pretty much like that's the measuring stick for if a woman sees you as a viable option, is how good are you at taking care of yourself first. And you can demonstrate that by just having your own. It don't gotta be the best, but having your own car, having your own place. Even if he's staying with a roommate and whatnot, you know what I'm saying, or staying with some friends and whatnot, him being able to say, "Yo, I'll see you later," or "All right, listen, you gotta go." All right, having some kind of control over his space makes a huge difference. Just like when she looks good and when she has a certain kind of attitude, that changes your whole dynamic, and it adds positively to the dynamic. You understand? So I'll say that about they situation. But anywho, so we're gonna get into again this concept of just like how women really think that you're interchangeable. And when Kevin Samuels was alive, he had all these conversations with women, and he actually same questions and go through the motions. It was always, how old are you? Do you have any children? How many fathers? And and for the most part, the most common answer was always, I have 2 to 3 children or more than that, and it's usually will be by a couple of men. Now, when we have these conversations and whatnot, I bring this up because he would also start getting into, what kind of man do you want? What kind of relationship do you want? And listen, from time to time, if she said that she made a good amount of money, she would say, I want him to make that or whatever. So the conversations, the exercise was for the point of having a conversation with someone who ain't your homegirl trying to make you feel good. So you can think about, okay, great, you can want all these things and whatnot, but okay, but realistically, what can you attract and what kind of guy can you actually get? Because the idea is to get you matched up with someone, not ask you if you had it your way, if you could customize, if you can, if you can make your dream guy, who would it be? And for the most part, that was how the women would approach the conversation, was like, all right, well, here's my dream guy. You understand? But what was relevant is how these women would come on there talking about they got a couple of kids and whatnot, or having kids in general, and would really think that they would be able to get a high earning guy, a guy who earns high six figures, and it was very, very common. And brother Dennis Sperling, he broke this down perfectly. He said, "Yo, they think that you guys are interchangeable. They think that once I'm tired of this man, or things don't go right with this man, I can swap him out with another one." You know what I'm saying? So, for her purposes, that's what Zeruaiah is for the most part done. I'm not. I think she did speak on what happened with her and her son's father, but this is actually supposed to be an episode where she shows appreciation, for Troy. And in the previous episodes, for the most part, I ain't gonna lie, it's abusive. Anytime a man don't got his money together, if you're in any kind of position where you need that woman, because most of the time that's why she's dating you to begin with, because she feels like I can get away with basically not controlling myself. All right, not regulating my emotions, and just, I don't know, just for the most part, just running wild. But anywho, we're gonna get into that, and we're also gonna get into weed love too. All right, because this is also how can I say, a strong case of weed love. So when I say weed love, when I was a housing case manager, working with people on different levels and whatnot, I got a chance to kind of be around different people who have different styles and levels of use and whatnot, right? And I started being able to put together just certain common characteristics and behaviors, and just start noticing that, okay, a lot of us do a lot of the same things. So I always had this joke in my head about I know my people. But one thing that the thing about weed love can make it possible for two people who have a terrible relationship to kind of get together, because they're spending their first moments together and their first perceived good moments together under the influence. You know what I'm saying? Which is not really the worst thing to be with someone under, but if y'all both have problems, right? Because usually what happens is, all right, y'all going to smoke, y'all going to eat, right? And at some point you're going to do it, but maybe not really in that order, but it creates this cycle of, for the most part, of pleasure. It creates a cycle of pleasure that can give you a dopamine boost. But that dopamine boost, basically you feeling good about the relationship, it's just coming from, ultimately, like, yo, when you guys are high together, right? And what happens is you guys don't actually work on any of the other parts of the relationship. And you guys also live a little more in the abstract, right? I always had this joke about weed talk, you know what I'm saying? So whenever I hear people talk about wanting to live off the grid, wanting to live off the land, wanting to be vegan, all this type of shit, all that's weed talk. You know what I'm saying? Homeschool the kids, all that is weed talk. You know what I'm saying? That's just your imagination running wild. And another issue is that, again, usually in that situation, the man is not going to be provided as much structure, which also leads to resentment, because, like, yo, it's like, because again, that's really the way that men really give. Men give in terms of structure, you know what I'm saying, and putting order to something. I love how Crimson Cure broke that down about men needing to bring order to something, and basically needing to control something. So we're gonna go ahead and let them cook a little bit. Someone has dissed me on my page. Let's see. But anyway, all right, fair use. Let them cook a little bit.
I really could have lost my entire family.
I'm sorry, baby.
But, like, these are moments that I've been dreaming about while he was incarcerated, and we finally get to be together.
All right, so they are at a dispensary, okay? So when Troy was locked up, these things didn't exist. What's up?
She said this moments that she dreamed of. That sounds crazy.
Well, it's weed love. You gotta realize, she been dreaming of going to a dispensary with beloved, yeah.
That's what matters most.
Before I went to jail, they damn sure wasn't like this, all in glass cases.
I know.
It's a luxury.
All right, so they are, first of all, if y'all at a dispensary, that's where all your money going. That's why y'all broke now. Yeah, y'all bugging. Y'all look expensive to me. All All right, them pre-rolls probably like 20 beans. You understand?
You ain't got to be on the block. Got to hit somebody's phone. Ain't got to do none of that no more. This ounce is cheaper than that. What you showed me over there?
How are you?
How are you?
What can I get you some up with?
Yo, a white lady coming to selling a black dude some weed is a crazy concept. And her coming out of nowhere, just popping out of nowhere, like this is like so like 40-year-old virgin, like it's like a scene from 40-year-old virgin. No, that's fine, man. You're just not ever going to be. You just don't see me.
It's not a movie guy, man. I don't know.
Yeah, movie guy.
Not really, though.
Yeah, that sounds terrible. That sounds terrible. That sounds like no attention span.
I don't like watching movies at home.
Man, you a hipster elitist, man. On top of I forgot to say that, yo, you are also a betrayer of brothers. You're the betrayer of the brother. You're a brother betrayer. You elitist. You're elitist. Came in here with your fancy. What did you pull out your pocket? What is that?
The envelope.
Still? Why you still have that?
I forgot I had it in my pocket.
If I found out that thing has a winning lottery ticket number on there, yo, you're done.
How did you find out about it?
You know what, bro? Man, you know what, bro?
If I snap my fingers, you'll forget that you ever gave. I was never gay. Exactly. Wait, no, stop.
He said, wait, no, stop. I was never gay. That is next level comedic writing. Wow, that is really good. But anyway, yeah. So So see, this big shot. He orders the chicken and shrimp with extra tempura and whatnot, and then not only that, he had 2 tempura sticks and he scarfed it all down.
I didn't eat all of it.
Like Judge Holden. You are Judge Holden. Nah, man.
No, I think I know Judge Holden.
Nah.
That's cap. I accuse you of capping.
You don't know what Judge Holden is, bro.
You don't even do nothing.
Anyway, let's get back to this couple. I gotta keep stopping it so they don't get me.
You might start with maybe some pre-rolls, some edible. Oh, you want them? What's them love pills?
Excuse me?
Love pills?
Wow.
You know what? We want so you know. Hold on. I'll let it rock a little bit longer. Hold on.
Perfect.
Well, we gonna get into like crazy girl love bombing and like and a behavior that men gotta look out for. Always look out for the kind of woman who talks about like how much she enjoys pleasure and wants to be pleasured and and prioritizing, especially when she prioritizes her pleasure in the bedroom aggressively. It's one thing to say, hey, it's pretty much making it easier for you to have a good time together. I think you should communicate what's going to help you guys have a good time and enjoy yourselves and whatnot. But like she's the kind of girl who will make it seem as though it's going to be a challenge, like as if she's trying to put you to the test, which is not fun. All right, but those are the vibes that Zeruaiah gives me. Is that like her thing is more so about feelings. The crazier a girl is and everything, the more that she needs stimulation and she needs higher levels of stimulation. It's her having a yoni steamer. She sat that man on a yoni steamer. She made him feel like he had a vagina the first time within the first couple of hours of being out of jail. She took him to a hotel, put him on a yoni steamer, and made him steam his butt. All right, bro, you're not gonna steam my butt. I'm sorry.
This looks like a crazy image in my head, man.
Yeah, it is a crazy image, and they put that on TV too. He went through a whole humiliation ritual. Sorry, you did.
Did he have the pink rag on?
Nah, man, nah. Nah, that was only when he was getting ready. Listen, bro. After seeing P Valley and whatnot, fam, you was getting ready to go do some exotic dancing. That's what he was getting ready to go do. He put because he got all the makers of a nigga that be dancing or doing something strange.
For some change.
Okay, all right. Well, I mean, that's a really old saying, and you knew that one. So here you go. All right. So hopefully you get.
I'm trying to get higher than my mother.
Oh, that's some bad writing.
Oh, man.
He supposed to call Jerry to help him with his writing. That's crazy.
Absolutely not.
Took me to gummies. I'll be high as hell.
This is when Troy's mom, she has never met Zeruaiah's parents before. Zeruaiah's parents have their own church somewhere. And their first time meeting was going to be at this church. Troy's mom, now mind you, it's not like it's her first time ever taking gummies and whatnot. First of all, she took them gummies because she don't like life. All right. I understand a little casual use before activities. You're supposed to be doing enough to take the edge off. Not enough to actually really like get you lit. Especially not going to a church function. You understand?
Yeah.
And on top of that, you're supposed to know your dosage. She said, I took 2 gummies, I'll be high as hell. You know what I mean? And
that's crazy. His mom being a benchmark at Zeruaiah doesn't even want to pass is crazy.
What is it?
His mom being a benchmark of highness that Zeruaiah being so bad that Zeruaiah doesn't want to get to that level at all. She says absolutely not.
Yeah.
If she get that high, why I can't get that high?
Troy, you're an adult.
Fam, first, you saw that all that money they handed over? What do you fam. They probably have $50 worth of product on the street. You see that boy? Listen, they handed over like a stack. Y'all are tripping down there.
Aw, babe, look at
I would say something else too. If you ever see Zeruaiah smile, any signs Zeruaiah is actually looking happy, it's because she's high. Which I knew that from before, because if you just look at how angry she get, how mad she get, like especially when someone starts like to create a whole storyline. In the previous episode, on the day that she had to meet his baby mother, which they both crazy. Most of the time, whenever a dude has a woman who acts like Zeruaiah, usually his baby mother is also just as terrible, or similarly as terrible in terms of bad attitude, confrontational, controlling, all that shit. You know what I mean? So Zeruaiah is like basically trying to cuss him out in front of his mother, because basically his mother came and they were all going to go to basically like this little coming home party, and baby moms was bringing his daughter and whatnot. And she just was not trying to like have a positive interaction or just set an example. Basically, hey, he's married now, he has a wife and whatnot. And, let me go ahead and just have a conversation, just say what's up, something. You know what I'm saying? Like, she just came in straight negative energy. But anyway, before they went there, Zeruaiah, she got the scarf on, she got on the bra, all right, no shirt and jeans, and she was just doing her makeup for days. You know what I mean? It was a crazy sight. But anywho, so when you see her act like that, the other scene she smiling, that's because she lit. This is the kind of woman who she only nice when she lit. But it's also how you get pulled in, all right? Because she gave him that love bomb sex when he got home. But you got to realize he also got a crazy mama. So he has no idea how women are supposed to act. You know what I'm saying? How often she's supposed to wild out, to what degree and whatnot. His tolerance for foolishness is through the roof at this point.
Look at the sunset. So cute.
So beautiful.
I just feel like the forest is where I found my spirituality.
Woo! Okay, let me tell you something right now. If a woman ever talking about going to the wild and going to nature and stuff like that without like hiking boots, and she don't say, I like to take hikes. If she's talking about spending time in the forest, what you mean in the forest? She's finding that witchcraft. Zeruaiah is a act more. She play with crystals. She go to a psychic, and on top of that, you was in the forest doing spells. Light as a feather, stiff as a board.
Yes.
And another reference that you don't get.
I do get it because I watched Full House.
It's from the Crafts, the movie about the witches.
Well, they still reference it in Full House.
Like Fuller House?
No, Full House.
Whatever, y'all. You know what, man? You never had my back. Never had my back, bro. Nothing. And she ain't never had nobody back. Welcome to the Clark Reservation Nature Center. So basically, this is where she came to smoke the most weed.
Let's come into the pavilion and sit.
Why y'all the only ones in this park? Yo, that listen, that is a $20 pre-roll right there. You want to see how tight that joint is? That right there is the dispensary pre-roll. Y'all are bugging right now.
I wanted to bring you here.
What's going on with these corners, yo? That's why I think that she cutting his hair. Fair use. Bring this joint up, man. I want them hating on me.
Not only so we can have some one-on-one time, like I haven't been able to really formally just thank you for adopting my child.
You have, what do you mean you haven't been able to formally thank him? You see him all day, every day. You have an infinite amount of chances to say thank you.
Isaiah finally gets to have his dad. And that means a lot, because if you ask him, who is your dad? Now, he knows about, my baby father, but he said.
He knows about the. And I probably mentioned this before. Troy is too inexperienced to understand. You don't never get involved with no woman who got kids with a man that she can't speak to. Or she can't speak to, or she hate, or she got all these negative things to say about. That is a huge red flag. Okay, even though and if I was to meet someone now, I mean, I for the most part, I would listen. I keep it cordial because that's between me and that person, and it doesn't reflect well on me or the other person. You know what I'm saying? But also, I've never experienced this, but it's something that women will do. I remember like mommy would tell me to call Casey dad, you know what I'm saying? Or I can call him dad and everything. Don't get me wrong, my dad wasn't as active as he could be and whatnot. But like for the most part, again, maybe I just haven't experienced it, but it just wouldn't be a common thing. It's one if a man has a woman, it's a new woman and whatnot, he never expects his kids to call that woman mom. Or say, he finally gets to have a mother, and I don't even think that's the thing that women even do really. Not really, you know what I mean? But what she's doing is the swap out thing where she said, yeah, he finally gets to have his dad, and what it really is that, hey, I made a terrible decision by having a kid with whoever this guy is, because I'm like, first of all, you say this dude got kids or has a child, and I think she alludes to the fact that he don't see this child. And whatnot. That's deep, because that's just not really who men are. It happens, but this generation in particular, that's not who we are. We got kids somewhere and whatnot. We gonna see them kids. You understand? But anyway, so she had in her mind has fulfilled this mission of the swap out, and unfortunately, I think that having so many generations of women who are not good at relationships continue to have kids, because we got them let's imagine a family where since the 60s, around that time, your family has been in the perpetual cycle of basically kids being made outside of a marriage. You know what I mean? And it keeps happening, and I think my generation and generation before us mistook your mother having basically issues with holding down a relationship and doing well in a relationship with okay, all right, well, once things aren't going well, I can just get another man. But y'all don't always realize that, nah, like, yeah, don't get me wrong, you may be able to find another man, but the reality is always going to be that no, most men are not going to take you as serious as the guy you had kids with, which is why it's such a serious decision. It's a serious choice to make. Can I just casually just have a child with someone, and if things don't go well, like I've even had it happen to me. I really have had, like, you know, and I even got the feeling that was what. That's how she marketed. Now, I don't say marketed the relationship, but on some level, she had to have told him basically, like, yo, like, well, this could be your son, or he's like your son now, or we're a whole family together, and this is my child, but we're a family together. Mm-hmm. But also just speaks to, like, again, how much men really love women. Like, men will like not have kids and get with a woman. If he found her attractive enough, he will get with this woman who already has kids or has a kid. And just, real talk, not having no problem taking care of the child like it's theirs, especially like working class men and lower class men. You know what I mean? Like, like they don't see nothing wrong with that. All right. Don't get me wrong. Like, you know, I still feel as though it's up to every man. But if you're a man and you're in a situation where a woman's actually to be a stepfather, she needs to make it a sweet deal. And not only that, you gotta be ready to leave at any. First of all, whenever you deal with a single mother. If you're going to deal with women who's single mothers, you got I don't want to say be rough with them, but like, she going to turn up on you. Because again, she's not a single mother for fun or for no reason. It's not a good thing that happened most of the times because there's probably some unresolved issues going on there that have not been fixed. Same thing if you come across a guy. I say more so if the guy got multiple baby mothers. All right, there's an issue. There's some kind of issue going on there. I mean, if he has multiple women that he has kids by, now that usually means that's going to spell trouble. All right. All right, man. We
says my dad is Troy, and it just really means a lot because you gave him something I couldn't give him. I can't teach.
So he's crying right now. I didn't realize that he was crying.
Teach him how to be a man, you know. So I really appreciate you.
I love you so much. I love you. I just want to make my family proud. Make my kids something that they can look up to. Cause I don't want to let you down.
So who knows? Maybe the weed is fire, and that's what's going on. You know what I'm saying, or maybe he's realized. I ain't gonna lie, I'd be outside the car crying if I had a woman like that. And listen, I've been there before. I know what it's like to be in a relationship so terrible. You realize you have screwed up to the point where it's bringing tears to your eyes. That maybe what's going on. You know what I mean? But he expressed that, I want to make y'all proud, and I want to give y'all like something to look up to, X, Y, and Z. And I feel for the brother because he's at a point in his life where he doesn't realize that it doesn't really matter. That's not your child. And at any given moment, if she decides that the relationship is over, your relationship is over. Not only that, that child will turn on you in the drop of a dime. Okay, women have a huge impact on how the kids see the man in the house because they spend the most time with them and they communicate the most with them, right? And she will always be kind of like the middleman. Are you eating the roses?
Oh, can you please stop? Get off the table. Don't come over here. Don't come over here.
Why you have to come this way?
Oh, no.
Oh, man, it's a fat cat. Another one over here somewhere, I feel like. All right, man. It's about time for us to end, man. Anyway, so what men will do a lot of times, especially when they real down bad, is they'll try to find, okay, men have to bring order to something, they have to be leading something, right? So what men will kind of do is kind of use these situations as, all right, well, boom, you like down here, or you're basically you are so down bad that when I come along, because your situation is so bad that I'll look like a superhero to you. Because men always kind of want to come in and save the day. We want to kind of be your hero. And listen, when you nigga they ain't got shit, it's kind of hard for you to be a hero. So in a situation like this, you can kind of be the man. You can kind of come in and say, all right, don't worry about it. I mean, in his case, he kind of just a body. You know what I mean? He's just kind of he's like a living rose for her. You know what I mean? She uses him to get off on, honestly. And another thing too is, he doesn't have enough experience in the world to realize that she's still a terrible person. This is like because she's saying things like, bro, she abuses you, she embarrasses you in front of people. And the woman's supposed to try to make you look good. Like the way she acts is the same as someone telling her that Troy be saying that he hates your skin. Troy be saying that he don't like your body. Troy be saying that he think you ugly. All right. That's the same as a dude going around telling people or calling his girl ugly in front of her, to her face, or to other people. That's kind of to help women understand how we feel disrespected, how that feels. It's the same as a nigga just going around telling people, oh, nah, I don't like her. She not cute at all. She ugly. Like, whoa, like, damn, like, we're in a relationship, like shit, like, we're like together, like you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, never had my back. So yeah, bro. People got to realize that, you can make mistakes. So you can have times when you're not perfect and stuff like that, and it's not intentional. But just because, like, again, whenever you do something bad, you kind of, in a way, kind of become that if you don't atone for it. And and if you are sorry for it, you are atoning. The idea is that you don't keep doing whatever that thing is. You know what I'm saying? And in this situation right here, this right here is the moment that the narc has with you, where the narc will kind of throw you a bone, right? And they'll give you some credit, and they'll basically do what she's doing right here. But the rest of the time, tensions are always high. For the most part, like I said before, they're only good in that relationship if they smoking. Like in that moment right there, they smoking and whatnot, right? They're having a good time, they're grooving, and now she want to tell him that she's grateful for him and everything he does. You know what I'm saying? But any other time, she be giving him the work. All right, man. So fair use. So we're gonna go ahead and stop it right there. It's about to be like midnight. I'm mad tired. I actually have not had no meals today. Well, I had a slice of pizza earlier. A couple of cookies, donut. But that was earlier. It's 11:31. That was like before 12. 11 o'clock. Your sash. Still, I rise. Pause. All right. Like, share, subscribe. Shout out to everyone who subscribes to the channel recently. We appreciate y'all. You understand? We listen. This right here is the journey. All right. It's an everyday process. I think almost 90% of success is not giving up and being consistent. But anyway, I'm mad hungry. I'm about to be out of here, man. Shout out to Beloved. Oh, did I ever introduce you?
Oh, no.
Oh, well, all right. Well, next time then. All right, here we go, man. Where's my sound? We out. It's me and this dude.